Hello folks. So where on earth have we got to today? Well, firstly I'd like to interview Mr. Kerno XP. Well, welcome you, sorry, not interview you, welcome you.
Hello folks.
And we're here with Charlie. Charlie's here today. Now Charlie's been a bit poorly recently, so I've just sort of got him with me today just to keep an eye on him. And we have come over to St.Anthony Battery, folks. Yep, St.Anthony Battery. It's on the other side of Falmouth, on the Roseland, and it is from what we've seen already, folks, it is pretty good. Yeah, so we're gonna make our way to the observation post now, and we're gonna put the kettle on. That's the first thing we're gonna do, folks. So back in a mo. We're just gonna walk down this, what appears to be this rather neat and tidy little path, but let's do it. Come on then. Right, I think the best thing to do with Charlie is, there we go. Don't have to have my don't have to have my arm pulled out of my socket anymore. Yeah, so right, so it's a great chance today. It's this is actually rare for us, isn't it? Or we're
daylight.
Not daylight, folks. Yeah, it's daytime hours, and I'm not pushed for time today, and hopefully I don't think Kerno is either.
No.
So hopefully we can take our time and we can have a good look round this multi-period historical gun battery, folks.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Yes.
multi-period. So basically originates from well before World War One. It was also used in World War One and completely used and utilised and likely upgraded during World War Two, folks. So let's go and find the observation post. Alright folks, so here we are. We have the BOP battery observation post, and this is pretty special. I can see this already without even having been in here yet, folks. He won't go far. Yeah, so we've got, look at this. This is amazing, folks. This is not abandoned or forgotten. This is somewhere, it's owned by the National Trust, and you can come over here and have a look, folks, and it is pretty amazing. I'm looking out to sea here. Now, for anyone who may not be aware what a BOP is, it's basically battery observation post, and the purpose of it was to identify targets and also to measure the target's bearings and transmit that information to the guns, folks. So if there was a couple of German E-boats out here, or maybe an Imperial World War One German ship of some sort, then if it got too close, folks, it would be spotted. Its coordinates, i.e. its speed, heading and exact position on the map would be, that information will be given to the guns, folks, which we will get to. We haven't got to the guns yet, folks, but we'll get to that in a bit. But that will be passed on to the guns, and then from here the guns would be ordered to open fire, folks. Yeah, so now just across there, that bit of peninsula there, you may not be able to see it very well, that's Pendennis Castle, folks. So we're on the other side of the estuary of the River Fowl, the mouth of the River Fowl. Just slightly to the right you've got Falmouth Docks, and then you've got Falmouth Harbour itself just in there. And this is always an amazing bit of water, and it's been quite a while since I've seen it from this angle, folks, but it is pretty special. So without further ado, we're going to get the kettle on. I'm going to find out what's happened to the dog. Back in a minute. Over there. So now, just like Pendennis Castle, this is a rampart, and this predates, this goes back to probably Victorian times, or when the actual gun battery was built. Likely it could even be medieval, but you know, we need to check on the history of that. But which way are we going? This way? Yeah, right. So quite an impressive rampart.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
well made.
we've just come out of the battery OP observation post there, which we were just in. just ate our lunch in there, which is good. And now this is, it's quite possible I may have been here in the past, folks, but quite possible I may not have. Either way, I can't remember, but so we're treating it like a brand new thing, because I don't think I've seen this part before, folks.
I think the rampart here is very crudely done on this bit here, look. See, it's a solid rock.
Yes.
See that?
Yeah, it is.
But it's still a rampart.
It's very old, isn't it?
Yeah, very old, yeah.
Yeah, it's very old. It's mostly made of stone, isn't it? I think they've used a lot of stone in the construction.
It's quite difficult to climb up there, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty good. I'm just going to have a quick look out here a moment. Wow, look at this. Nice bench. And wow, that's a view. Look at that. That's an impressive view. Got a couple of birds of prey gliding on the updraft from the cliff there.
Yeah.
They're too tiny to be on the camera, I think, but it looks like a couple of buzzards, I'd say. Yeah. Or maybe, yeah, they are quite large birds. Yeah, very good. But we got the same sort of view that we've got inside the battery observation post. We've just come a bit further down from there, and we're just checking the place out, folks, having a look around. So I'm not sure exactly what's up here. Yeah, this is all new. Yeah, bird hide and quiet place.
Yeah, there you go, I can see it.
Bird hide and quiet place. Right, well, this is rather interesting. Or whether it was a part of the fort that's been now used for something else, but we'll check it out. So we haven't really looked at the gun emplacements or the fort or any of it properly yet on the camera, folks, but we're going to.
Indeed.
So this is rather interesting. Wow, I've noticed that straight away, look.
Original.
Got old cables there.
World War II.
They look like it, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's highly likely that they go down to the water down below, or possibly they were just for passing electrical power down to searchlight.
Yes.
Yes.
I was just about to say, I think one's been cut there by the looks of it, that.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, you can see those cables are very old rubber, and you can see the cables are still inside just about somewhere. And that one there is a bit more heavy duty. I think that's maybe a higher voltage cable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's armoured.
Just got spiked by a thistle then. Nice.
It's not terribly good.
Gorse.
That's amazing, mate. I never knew. I didn't even realise they were there.
Yeah, yeah. It's just remnants of the past.
So they were covered in cement washlet.
Yeah, it looks like that has busted free and it's exposed the cables.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
They've been exposed for quite a while by the looks of it.
Yeah.
But bird hide and quiet place. So we'll have to be quiet in here, folks.
Would you like to come back a minute? There's something else that you've missed.
All right, yeah. One moment.
Look at these up there, look.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah. So we got these look like wrought iron spars protruding out of the
Do you think that's for that fence?
the
that
cliff.
Fence?
It's possible. It could have been some form of defences or
Yeah.
I'm not
Sorry,
sure
I
what
just
they
thought
were.
you'd want to
Yeah,
see
that
that.
is very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bits of rusty iron now, but they are actually well, looks like they definitely had a purpose.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Probably
But
fence was spiked or something.
yeah, so here we are then, we're in the bird hide. Now this is quite clever. I think this is a brand new construction,
Yeah.
and I think this has been put here. I'm just going to take a seat on this bench a moment. Wow, look at this, folks. So I put my arm out the window, and that's the view we've got
There's a
from
beach down
from
there,
here.
huh?
Yeah, a little beach. Yeah, that's amazing. So I'm guessing
anyone's been down there ever? Probably, eh?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a way down there or not. But you can see there, this is likely for observing seabirds, folks. Or birds that dwell on the edge of the cliffs there, on the side of the cliff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad Charlie can't get out anywhere here. Actually,
No, you don't want Charlie getting there.
No, we don't want to. We don't want to go down there.
It's awesome.
But yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Right, so we'll have a walk back up and carry on where we left off earlier.
Okay, folks.
Nice
back
one.
in a moment.
Right, okay, folks. So just down in front of us is St. Anthony Lighthouse, and AKA Fraggle Rock. But that's another story. But we've got, this is the front of, Charlie, come back here, mate. Oi!
Charlie.
We've got the front of the battery observation post, which is amazing. It's great to see it from the outside, folks, the outside. And just above those ramparts at the top, there are a series of gun emplacements.
There is indeed.
Which we're going to check out in a minute.
Yeah.
But very good.
What I'm going to look at, just briefly, is just over here.
Charlie, come here. Right, folks, so just down here, impossible to get to.
Down there. That's the path there.
Right. So this is a path.
Can you see it there, look?
Right.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I
Goes
see
down
it.
to that.
Yeah. So down this path here, that goes to the searchlights for the gun battery. And I think even in World War II and World War One, this lighthouse is hundreds of years old, folks. It's been there a very long time, and I think it's highly possible that the guns would have fired over the top of it. I don't think there would have been any risk to the lighthouse. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So we can't get.
I think you can, but it's your call.
Yeah, maybe
Your call.
we'll do it one at a time, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stop for
Yeah, we're just gonna gingerly see.
I don't think it's wise to take Charlie there.
No, definitely not. Right, there's steps here, and very old steps, folks. And we're just having a look down the steps, because it's a fair old way down, but down there, folks, I don't think it's worth going down. There is the searchlight position, and these steps are, they look very, very old, folks, and I don't think it's worth it really. Perhaps when Kerno flies his drone later on, maybe we can catch a look at it. But right, back up here then. Right, so I've just seen his head, but just down there, folks, almost at the water's edge, there's the searchlight position, and that's what Kerno's gone down to explore. So yeah, I decided it was a bit too risky for myself, because my feet aren't very firm today, folks. Right then, folks, so we had a look around the BOP and the searchlight platform, which Kerno was brave enough to do. But I just wanted to show you this. Now, that conical marker in the middle of the channel there, that is Black Rock. And something crossed my mind is, how often do you see Black Rock from this side?
You don't.
You don't. So that's why I thought I'd just introduce it to you, because obviously, you know, Falmouth is over there. We've been to Falmouth, we've been to Pendennis millions of times, and each time we are up at Pendennis, we look across the water and we can see Black Rock. And obviously underwater there is two channels either side. I think the one on the Pendennis side, the channel, is a lot deeper than the one on this side. That's why when the ships come in, they come onto that side and then they sail out this side. So obviously coincides with the high or the low tide. Yeah, but more useless information.
Brilliant.
Likely billets,
Yeah.
or officers' quarters. Yeah, so these are the billets. Original, I'd say Victorian,
Yeah,
or
you tell by
possibly
the chimneys
older.
as well there. Yeah, and probably
And
1890.
it's rather a grandiose affair, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
of course now they are leased out by the National Trust, and
you can stay in them.
I think you can. Yeah, I think this is could be a really nice holiday destination place for if you're coming to Cornwall.
Yeah.
Great.
Who knows, in the future we might do that.
Right, so what we're looking at now, folks, is all the bits we missed, basically.
Yeah.
Well, not that we missed, but
This is the interesting bit.
what we did, we had a quick skeg around, didn't we, when we came here?
Yes, we did.
I can't remember coming here before, and I'm pretty sure Kerno hasn't been here for a while.
Yeah,
So
it's at least 12 months.
yeah. So right, so we're going to check out the gun positions and the gun emplacements and some other interesting bits and
What do
pieces.
you reckon that could be then?
I think that's likely. I mean, we can find out exactly what that is,
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course.
But I think that is possibly a mess room or a barrack room. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I find
Yeah, but
similar things. Yeah.
but obviously
Constructed.
this is open now, folks. I don't know what this is.
That's a disabled pool.
Oh, disabled loos. Yeah, so an ablutions block, and also you got these two garages here as well. It's usually probably for grass cutting machinery is kept now and the like, but definitely would have served the purpose when the fort was open, folks. Yeah, so pretty good. Yeah, but disabled loo, and we can see here now these are where the ramparts start, folks. This sloping edge.
Almost like a pond, isn't it?
Yeah. And I doubt if the trees would have been as prevalent here as they are now back in World War One and World War Two, and before that as well. But that would be interesting to find out if there's actually anything up in the woods there.
You know, I was just contemplating that.
Yeah,
You know, of course, obviously, like you said, these trees probably wouldn't have been here.
yeah. So we do have a treat though to show you, folks. Now this is fully restored, and it's basically cartridge and powder magazines.
Yes.
And like Kerno said, that as far as he was aware, and when the end of World War II occurred, this whole thing was filled in with earth, folks. It was buried.
Yeah.
And apparently the National Trust
excavated
it and reinstated it all,
which is very good.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. I mean, unfortunately we tried earlier, but the doors are all locked open, but we can definitely go down. Oi, come here.
I think Charlie wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah, he's got other things on his mind. Oi, you, come here. Right, so in a minute, when Charlie lets us, we can have a walk down.
We'll go down.
Come here, come here. Come on. Right, finally. Yeah, so we're going down the steps, folks. Now,
this is the lamp store, folks. You can see it there. Lamp trimmer's room.
those of you that know Pendennis Castle, and you've been to Pendennis Castle, there is one of these exact sort of complexes at Pendennis Castle, folks, and also at Half Moon Battery. Now the rooms would have been dry and ventilated, but also precautions would have been in place to prevent accidental sparks and things like that. So quite often this is where the gunpowder and the cartridges were stored for the guns, folks. And likely, don't think we can see much in there, but it's been opened up as a visitor centre, folks, and unfortunately we can't go in today. But it's
inside here, mate, I've got a torch.
wow.
Lots of bits and pieces in there. That's really interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, very interesting. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, very. You can see there the portals there. They were for having lanterns in, so they were sealed, so there was no risk of the lanterns from igniting explosives.
Yeah.
But it looks like loads of bits and pieces in there loose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting, folks.
Oh yeah.
So it's obviously in the process of possibly having more work. Right, folks, so as you can see there, we've come out of the other side of the magazine, and we've now got a gun emplacement, folks. Now, ready ammunition lockers. Come here, Joe. All the way round, look. And just as I thought, look, cartridge hoist.
Oh, yeah.
So there would have been an internal cartridge hoist that would have sent rounds up from the magazine below and directly up to the guns, which is very interesting. Go on. And just in this bit, this is the
electrical bits here, mate. Yeah.
the mountings. Yeah, but there's more here as well. Yeah. Wow, we'll see that in a minute. Wow, look at that. So this is obviously power cables going to possibly the searchlight below, or communications, lighting possibly as well, and all other means of ancillaries coming into the gun battery.
Yeah.
But look, this giant ring, this is where once was mounted here a 6-inch gun. Now the 6-inch gun was used in World War II, and just going to check my source of information. Yeah, so 2 6-inch Mark IV breech loading guns, folks, that were here, and there was also 2 smaller quick firing 3-pounder guns that were here. Now obviously the smaller guns, folks, were all about engaging targets at closer range. Yeah, so you know, likely motor torpedo boats, or in this case obviously German E-boats and stuff, and they would have involved short range engagements, whereas the 6-inch guns, which incidentally are the same caliber as the guns that are at Pendennis Castle at Half Moon Battery. Yeah,
they're quite big.
Yeah.
So do you reckon those guns would have been, because they would have been the foundation here, but the guns would have been up here?
Yes, they would have
Yeah.
been mounted higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a well, and of course this is the traverse ring here. This is where it would have been securely mounted
So we've
to,
got
to the emplacement.
looks like World War II bits over here, like
Yeah,
electrical
definitely.
plugs and what have you.
Yeah, I mean, the origin of the gun battery is of, like we think, Victorian, and of course there's a light switch here as well. Look, wow, it still works. Look at that.
Wow, it's amazing.
You can still move that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Or it's likely that's some kind of communication for a buzzer, or maybe to communicate with the magazine to say we need more rounds.
That's a 3-pin pluglet.
Yes. Yeah, that's very strange, isn't it? That's amazing.
Jeez. So there would have been like a cap to screw on that.
Yeah.
So it's an outdoor one sort of thing.
So it could have been power takeoff for well, likely maybe a communications device or something like that. We're not entirely sure.
Yeah. Can you see the rings, mate? They're from the
Yes.
previous gun, aren't they?
Yeah, these go
look,
back to the
there's
Victorian
something-
days.
There's something else left. There's 100, 110, 120, 130.
Wow.
So later on, if we get up top, we can probably see that.
Yeah. So these are obviously degrees
Yeah,
of traverse
Yeah.
for the gun, and I
So,
think
so as you were saying about the rings, they're likely to be Victorian.
yes, the rings are Victorian because
Yeah.
obviously you know, whatever type of gun was here back in those times would have been used to likely to reposition it for
Yeah.
recoil, or maybe
Yeah.
to even traverse it.
Yeah.
Would have been done with ropes and you know.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was pretty good.
Amazing.
But yeah, I think the National Trust have done a great job here with this. This
Yeah,
is
they've
amazing.
done a good job, this one.
Yeah. But wow, look at that shell hoist. You can actually see the components are still in there, folks. Yeah. So that would have lifted up rounds from the magazine below us and directly to this gun position. Right, so and just something interesting up here as well we want to see a minute. Wow, look at this. Another shell hoist. Right, so definitely, yeah. You can just, if I can get the camera to show you a better view of it, folks. You can just picture 6-inch shells popping up here one at a time, on demand basically. Loaded, fused and prepared to fire basically, folks. And then from here,
Straight into the gun right here.
straight into the gun. Now go over there. Sorry, talking to Charlie. Now marked in to the concrete, you can see there's 1200, 190, 180, 170, 160, 150, 140, 130, 120, 110 and 100 degrees. So basically these, I would say this probably goes back to World War II, the marks in the concrete there. But this is basically the to demonstrate to you folks the traverse of the gun.
Yeah, so that traverse, what it means is like this, folks. It's moving that
measured
way.
in degrees, like so.
That way.
Yeah.
And
So
elevation.
the battery observation post would spot targets, and they would literally figure out the exact bearing or direction of the target, its speed if it was moving, its range as in how far away it is, and of course that information would be passed by a telephone or possibly even a shout up to this gun position, and then the gun would have been loaded and the firing orders, or in other words the direction, elevation of the gun would be set, and then open fire, folks. Yeah. Now
We've got some
wet bar by the looks of it, yeah. But you see that tanker there makes a rather nice fat target directly in front of the gun. Yeah. Yeah, but this is amazing, folks. This is really good. Around this side we've got more ready ammunition lockers.
You see like the bitumen, which is just here, look. Black stuff.
Yes. Yeah, you can see that, look.
Careful there, Charlie.
Yeah, you see the bitumen.
Yeah.
This is to protect the concrete, and of course you can see that bit of cable going into those switches there in the socket.
Yeah.
Bit of ducting, cable ducting. But yeah, this is pretty special, folks. This is pretty good.
Do you think this wall here, mate, this wall here is done during the war?
Yes, I think it's this would have been redesigned for in World War II, possibly either restored and rebuilt, repurposed, depending on what sort of gun was here. You know what?
That's right.
But we know it was the Mark 6. It was the Mark 4 6-inch breech loader. Yeah. So 6-inch diameter shell. That is quite a capable piece of artillery, really. Yeah. But yeah, it's brilliant. So excellent. Well, we're going to get some photos and we'll be back again in a moment.
One ready! Two ready! Up!
People over there at the moment.
Right, so we've had a walk around the outside.
Indeed.
And this is the gun position we've just been in, but from the outside, obviously. And designated B2 gun emplacement. Yeah, so B2, I'm guessing B1 is just down there, because unfortunately the other gun emplacement has been backfilled.
It has, yeah.
But we'll try and get a glimpse of it in a minute. But this is pretty special, folks, and of course looking out to sea.
Oh, look down towards Halford, mate. Look, it's all wet there.
Yeah, you can see the rain coming in off the water. Right, folks, so what we're looking at now is the second gun position
Just filled in.
with B2, and this unfortunately has been backfilled, folks, and you can see there you've got that building there, which is now the toilet block.
To be honest, mate, look,
But
there's a little grill there, so there could be something underneath.
it's likely there is, yeah. That could be a shell hoist,
Yeah, yeah.
or yeah, we'll have a look in a minute.
Yeah.
But it's a bit faint, you might be able to see it on the camera, St. Anthony Head, folks, but we're looking out at position B2. This is the second of the two 6-inch guns that we're here, and of course the same sort of fascia. Now, because this has been backfilled, folks, it basically means the part we're standing on has been filled in, but if it were to be dug out, then it would be very much like the gun battery there that we've just seen.
Indeed.
And yeah, this is pretty cool, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to actually stand on side
to actually
of this
stand on it, yeah, that is pretty special.
bitumen has been poured.
But yeah, you can see it's been put down there. But what I wanted to do was just straighten this up a moment, folks, and I just wanted to show you from the center of there the view that we've got here, which is pretty amazing, folks. You know, now that's out to sea there, and if we turn around slowly, we're right in the very center of this plate here, and you've got Gilling Bays and Falmouth that way, and of course all the way around to St. Mawes, which is pretty much ahead of us there. If I lift it up, you might be able to see St. Mawes just in the distance there, St. Mawes Castle. And both St. Mawes Castle and Pendennis Castle were both built by Henry VIII, folks, and that's how old they are. And also just to point out as well that Falmouth Harbour was the first port where news of the Great Battle of Trafalgar,
That's correct. Yeah.
of Britain's victory, where the news of the victory was came ashore. Now, to remember, in them days there was no phones or not a lot else. Yeah, so it was a British frigate that sailed in, and an officer from the ship actually rode a horse all the way to London to carry the news of the victory, Nelson's victory at the Battle of Trafalgar. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Also, one other piece of useless information is one of the deepest harbours in the world.
Yes, it is. I think it's the third most deepest natural port in the world, and also where Operation Chariot was launched from in World War II.
Indeed, yeah.
That was the raid on the dry dock at St. Nazaire
That's that ship
in
that they
France.
drove on.
That's right. It was
Explosives.
an American Liberty ship that was packed with explosives and purposely driven into the gates of the dry dock at St. Nazaire. And yeah, so it was a very historical location that we're in, folks, which is great.
It is, yeah.
And
Very much so.
I'm not sure if we can get a glimpse of the lighthouse a minute.
So the lighthouse here, folks, is also connected to a children's TV show, and it was actually known as Fraggle Rock. So Fraggle Rock, if you watched Fraggle Rock,
There we go.
then
just in the foreground, folks, you can see it there sticking up. That is St. Anthony Lighthouse. Yeah, and the home of the infamous Fraggle Rock. Yeah, Fraggle Rock. But like I said, that's another story.
That's another story.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, well, I've really enjoyed this look around today, mate.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. So, I think we're gonna call it, folks. And hope you've enjoyed the video. And please remember to subscribe to Cornwall EXP and Two Wheel Exploration.
Cheers, folks.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Right, folks, so just like to say big thanks to Adam and Charlie.